Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 2, Sloka 45. Trai-guṇya-viṣayā vedā, nistrai-guṇya-bhavārjuna, nirdvandvo nitya-sattva-stho, niryoga-kṣema ātma-vān. So let's understand the connection between what we have covered in the previous sloka to this sloka. Krishna told Arjuna to be away from any expectation, that is, doing something and expecting a desired result. So Arjuna had a question in his mind that, while I understand that I have to do my duty, but even though I may not expect the result, irrespective of it, however, we still get the desired result. Then how is it possible for those executing actions without desire to develop a fixed intelligence towards Atma? And this is the question in Arjuna's mind, which Krishna is answering here in this sloka. We should understand that there are different kinds of people in the world, loka bhinna ruchihi, with different interests and taste. The world is filled with different types of people, and each one has their liking and disliking. In that way, we all differ. So everyone has to be kept happy. Like, for example, if a mother has 2, 3 or 4 children, she has to keep all the children happy. Primarily, 2 things. She provides love and affection to all the children equally. Number 2, provide extra care to that child which needs more attention, maybe due to certain behaviors that child might have, or could be weakness either physically or mentally. But the mother has to provide love, care for everyone. The mother tries, just for an example, as part of this example, tries to cook dishes as per the taste and liking of her children. The goal of mother is somehow keep the children engaged and grow healthier. With this example as a base, keeping in our mind, let's compare that with Vedas. The Vedas are our mother. It cares for our well-being. The Vedas are more affectionate than millions of parents that we had so far, up to date, till date. It gives people faith in it by pacifying desires, bestowing results to people who have turned away from the Lord and who are bound to the 3 gunas, material modes, and attracted to the happiness that generated by these 3 gunas, sattva, that is mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. By following the Vedas with faith, these children, that's all of us, gradually, but finally achieve real intelligence with conviction in Atma, which is explained in the later part of the Veda called Vedanta. The Vedas, being a mother, cares for the well-being of all of us. It somehow tries to keep everyone within the spiritual zone, not letting us go out of it, or even those who are out of spiritual zone, to pull them back with some attraction by giving various options. And these options include, certainly and obviously, material benefits, material happiness, solving the material problems, and so forth. But that does not mean that's the goal of the Vedas. The goal of the Veda is somehow show this one, give this one for people whose intelligence is not developed, and gradually elevate them to a higher taste. The beauty of Sanatana Dharma, which is so-called Hindu religion now, it doesn't go with the policy which is usually the trend in the world outside Sanatana Dharma, which is my way or highway. That's not what Sanatana Dharma is providing us. Knowing there are different types of people, it doesn't give that rigid method of spirituality. Rather, it gives options. And Sanatana Dharma is the only dharma or religion which gives that option to people. Therefore, anyone can take up any path of worship or practices, but the only criteria is it follows or given within the Vedic realm. By following this one, being within the jurisdiction or realm or a zone of Vedas, by following it, one gradually matures their consciousness and become pure and start thinking about Atma, Paramatma, liberation, and so forth, by cultivating proper mood in bhakti. If these options are not given to people, then there are high chance people may turn against Vedas and even become atheists. Therefore, these options are given. So the question arises in Arjuna's mind, well, very good, these are options are there. Then let me pick one of these options provided in Vedas and follow those things. And this is where Arjuna stands and Krishna responds back, well, yes, that is for those people who are beginners, who are not ready yet, who doesn't have complete understanding of religion, spirituality, difference between Vedas and Vedanta. In your case, you're Arjuna, not like others. Therefore, nistrai-guṇyo. Nistrai-guṇya means you have to come out of these three modes. You should be free of them. In other words, act in the highest platform by crossing over these three modes. keep the sattva guna as a starting point and go further up. So what happens if I do that? Nirdvandvo. Nirdvandvo means you'll be free of duality, happiness and distress, victory and loss, and so forth, which I've already told you. You'll become free of those things. Well, what needs to be done to be free of duality? Nitya-sattva-stho. Try to be in mode of goodness, pure mode of goodness, all the time. Which means your thoughts, your words, your action, which includes whom you associate with, what do you do, what do you speak, and so forth. Keep everything in mode of goodness. And niryoga-kṣema. Niryoga-kṣema. Don't get attracted to yoga and kṣema. This is quite interesting because later in the chapter, the same term will be given by Krishna to be followed. But where here, Krishna is telling not to follow. Don't develop desire on yoga, kṣema. So let's understand this important points. Here, yoga means getting that which is unachievable. Kṣema means trying to retain that unachievable after getting it. Here these things are meant for material things, not the spiritual. Therefore what Krishna is saying is, don't think of lower material things to be great and try to achieve them. And even if you achieve them by your great effort, don't think they will stay forever. They will perish, they will go away. It's temporary. That's what it says here, niryoga-kṣema. Ātma-vān. Be always situated in Atma. Think about Atma. Therefore, the steps has been given here to Arjuna and to all of us, that one should try to be in mode of goodness. By being in the mode of goodness, one will be free from rajoguna and tamoguna, and slowly come to a proper consciousness, therefore will not be disturbed by the duality of the world that's happening around us constantly. Once we don't get disturbed, obviously we won't be attached or develop desire towards the material thing, or try to retain the material things which cannot be retained by our effort. As the sattva guna grows, the rajoguna and tamoguna will disappear, and we also get unattached by the things that created by these gunas. Trai-guṇya-viṣayā vedā, nistrai-guṇyo bhavārjuna, nirdvandvo nitya-sattva-stho, niryoga-kṣema ātma-vān. Thank you. Hare Krishna.